Alright, so good morning to everyone again. This morning I want to demonstrate for you how we're going to put our wall thickness, our windows, install our windows and install our doors, right, in our sketch, on our design. Now I'm going to draw a room. Alright, so a room is about, this is 3,000, average size for room, 3,000. Let's say by 4, let's say by 3,000, let's say by 5,000. So it's a bit rectangular. By 3,000, I am going to copy this line here. Let's be very attentive. So here, let's say we have a bedroom and a bathroom area, right? So let's say our bathroom area is, let's say 1800. So I've set 1800, and I have this, right? And I want to put my wall thickness. Now, most cases, many cases, persons will use 100 millimeter on the inside and then use 150 on the outside. Or you can use 150 right throughout your drawing, right? Um, I prefer that you use 150 throughout the drawing. 150 is 6-inch blocks. So you put in your wall thickness, right? So I'm going to offset. Look what I'm about to do. I click offset. Once I click offset, left click on offset, I immediately type in my measurement 150. Enter. And then I put my wall thickness. Now my walls will look like this. But these here, I want my walls to be free. So I'm going to trim. So I left click on trim and I left click on the line. Or in another instance, you can chamfer. I click on chamfer, left click on chamfer, and I left click on this line and it will meet at 90 degrees. I repeat the same procedure. So my walls will look like this. Now to install my windows, I'm going to get center of my, this here tells me I'm in the middle. I'm in the middle of my wall. Windows usually go middle, but from time to time you can change it. It changes based on needs. So I put my line here. This is my middle. This line represents the middle of my wall. And 4 feet window in metric measurements is 1200. Right? 1200. So I'm going to click offset. I click offset. And then I type in 600. Half of the 1200 is 600. I click enter. I move 600 to my left, and I move the other 600 to my right. So that will give me a maximum distance of 1200. I then trim out what I don't need. And I create that space within my wall. So I'm going to image. I'm going to match properties back into wall. I didn't have wall as layers. And then I have two lines that represents window. If you go down to layers, I have what is known as window heavy, and window light. I click window heavy, the heavy line that has a thicker line width, and this line width comes at the middle. So the heavier line width, and that line width would be same line width with the wall. So that line width goes into the middle, whereas the lighter line, construction lines or so, would go at the two ends. One comes here, and the other here. So this is my representation of my window. But you see it? Right. I'm going to change the layer of my wall so you can have visual of it. I'll put it into white. Alright? Now I'm going to repeat the same thing. Now I want to put in a window here on this wall. Alright? I'm going to find the center of the wall. Again. How much I need to offset? If my window is the maximum distance is 1200, how much I need to offset? How much I need to offset? 600. So I click offset, and I type in 600, enter. Offset 6 to my left, 6 to my right from the middle of my wall. And this will give me my maximum distance again of my window. I then trim all my unwanted lines. Now seeing that I already have this window here, I can copy this window. I can copy this window. And copy this window here. And I can rotate it to a horizontal position. So I click rotate. I select rotate, left click on rotate, and left click on the object. I make sure my restriction is on. Orthogonal down here is on. And I rotate this way. I then could copy my window from here. This distance is 1200. And I place it here. See that? Or if you want to do it manually, let's erase this. I can go back and do it manually as I did at first. I will select window heavy, which goes in the middle. This is the middle of the wall. And the light lines, which goes at the end, the two ends. And this will give me my two windows. Now I want to install those into my bedroom area and move my bedroom into my bathroom area. Alright, I will see if my Autocad has those symbols, insert symbols. Here I have those here. I click those. So there are those here. And this is my door here. Alright, so my doors are usually 3 feet, 3 feet 6, 3 feet, 3 feet in metric measurements is 900 millimeters. So I'm going to measure my door to ensure, probably I need to scale it to 900. I can actually click here and let's type in 900 to see if it's that so, 900, enter. So actually, it is smaller than 900. So how do I bring it to 900? I can scale it. So I left click on scale, I left click on the object, I right click on my mouse or enter on my keyboard. Then I move to reference at the bottom right area. We can type in all our commands. I click reference. I click the total width of my door and I move it up to the end of the line. This will give me 900 spacing. I then select where I want my door to go. Alright, so say for instance I want my window off my wall, let's say by 100. I click, I'll set 100 from my wall. Don't always have to be 100, it can be exactly aligned to the wall, but I want it off my wall. Alright, after I have that distance now, I'm going to trim it off. This line here now, I'm going to offset 900. So I'm going to offset 900, the total distance of my door, 900. I then will trim off the space in here. So I know that my door is going to fit within this space, which is 900. I then copy my door and I place it center of my wall here. And this will be my door. See it? Alright, now there are no windows in my bathroom. Bathroom has a smaller size window. Usually in imperial measurements is 2 feet by 2 feet. 2 feet is 600. 600 by 600. 1 foot is 300, right? So again, let's install the window in the bathroom. I get the center of the wall. My window is 600. How much I need to offset from the center? 300. Thank you. 300. So it goes 300 that way and 300 the other way. I then trim out the distance here. And I repeat the same procedure. The heavy line goes to the middle. And the lighter line goes, I'm getting that from my layer, goes on the two sides. Any questions?
No, sir.
Alright, so I'm going to end my video.